Shares of Eli Lilly are now down over 14+%. That is well more than where the stock opened this morning. This follows what is being seen as disappointing data for its upcoming pill to treat obesity. Let's get to Angelica Peebles for more. Angelica, this is getting pretty serious in terms of a market cap loss now.
Yeah, David, quite a big reaction today, and that's because of the data like you talked about. So let's get into the numbers. People lost about 12% of their body weight after a little more than a year at the highest dose. Now, that's below the 15% that we see with Wegovy, and that was the benchmark that people were looking for. So now the debate is how much do those few percentage points really matter in the real world to real patients and doctors? On the side effects, about 10% of the people on the highest dose stopped taking the pill because of any adverse events, mostly GI issues. Now, that's a bit higher than what we've seen with other GLP-1s, but it's not that much different. But more surprisingly, 1/4 of patients at the highest dose stopped taking the drug for any reason. And the question is why? Were people just not losing as much weight as they wanted? What happening? And we won't know until next month when Lilly presents the full results at a medical meeting. For now, though, Lilly shares are down double digits on these results. But this morning, Lilly CEO Dave Risks on Squawk Box told us that the company is actually happy with these results.
The goal was to create an oral pill that was convenient and can be made at huge scale, really for the mass market, and had weight loss that was competitive with other single-acting GLP-1s. And that's what we've achieved. Remember, the first study in diabetes, probably the weight loss is a little higher than people expected. Here, maybe it's 1 or 2 points below what Street had, but it's right in thesis for us.
Now, Lilly also reporting earnings today, and they raised their full-year sales and adjusted profit forecast for the year after reporting better than expected second quarter results, mostly because of sales of those GLP-1s, Mounjaro and Zepbound. But that positive news, of course, getting overshadowed this morning by that pill data, guys.
So do you think, Angelica, it's the side effects that cause people to stop taking it? And is it that element that has the street worried, or is it just the 12% reduction that was underwhelming for investors?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that people are disappointed with the weight loss overall. Of course, it's not as high as they wanted to see, but I do think the question about the dropouts, why are people dropping out? You had people, about 10% of people at the highest dose dropping out because of side effects, but then up to 25% dropping out for any reason. And people want to know why. Is it because they're not losing as much weight as they wanted to? What are those reasons? And I think until we know more, that's going to be a big question. And of course, the bigger risk is, okay, you get someone to start this drug, but if they can't stay on it, that's a big problem for them, right? Because you need people to stay on these drugs in order to see those sales estimates that people want to see from this pill.
Yeah, I think at this point, Angelica, it's the worst day for Lilly in about a quarter century. We'll keep our eye on the price action today.